Welcome back to the channel. A few weeks ago, Volvo Cars revealed the Volvo EX90 EXCELLENCE, and that is finally, once again, a special kind of Volvo car. So let me tell you a bit more. So late last year, Volvo Cars revealed their first next generation Volvo car, the Volvo EX90. A full electric 7-seater SUV, good for 600-ish kilometers of range and also the safest Volvo so far. If that's not good enough yet, well then you are lucky, because Volvo has announced this Volvo EX90 EXCELLENCE. And maybe good to mention, the EX90 EXCELLENCE is not that new for us, because the EXCELLENCE trim or option was also available on the second generation Volvo XC90, XC90 T8 EXCELLENCE, and even on the first generation Volvo XC90 we had this excellent trim, but back then it was called Executive. So from that we kind of know that it is a pretty nice trim to have on your car, very luxurious with fancy things, especially in the interior. It kind of focuses on the passengers in the back of the car, on the rear seats. So yeah, we know that it will be pretty good. And how cool is it that they even announced it now on the EX90, whilst this car still needs to be like built and produced and released onto the roads. But then already there's this EX90 EXCELLENCE, which is pretty cool because, as I said already, it's finally a new or special kind of Volvo. So then the big question, what do you get if you opt for an EX90 EXCELLENCE? Well, let's start on the exterior and then we go to the interior. So the Volvo EX90 undergoes a few tweaks compared to its standard 7-seater version. Now the biggest tweak you can see on the exterior is that the EXCELLENCE has a two-tone color scheme, what kind of reminds me of these fancy BMW and Mercedes cars, the luxury models. But anyway, it consists of a combination of platinum grey and silver dawn metallic. Then we also see these specially designed 22-inch forged rims optimized for aerodynamic performance, which is good of course because this is an electric vehicle, so better aerodynamics is better for your range and efficiency. You can kind of see that these wheels look kind of like the standard wheels on the EX90. A bit of that 8-spoke vibe is still on the wheel, but overall, if you ask me, they look very good. And that is pretty much it on the outside. So just a color change, or this dual color now, and the wheels. But as I said already, the real focus from the EXCELLENCE is on the passengers on the rear seats of the car. That is also where the biggest changes are basically. So let's have a look on the interior then as well. So inside there is one obvious change you notice immediately, and that is that they removed the back row seats and replaced them with two individual seats that are equipped with comfortable soft pillows, according to Volvo Cars. Volvo made sure the party continues because they have incorporated a fridge where you can store a large bottle, perhaps a bottle of water, or something more fancy of course. But hold on, because that is not everything of course. No, in the rear there's also this center console made of a natural piece of wood with incorporated touch panel with comfort controls. Here you can access the controls for the heated seats. 3 levels are available, and also for the massage functionality, which has 5 levels. Meanwhile, you are in these rear seats and you are like all relaxed and vibing over there. Volvo also made sure that you will not notice your driver perhaps by smell. So if you pay a closer look at the Oriforce crystal piece in the center console, that is a micro switch that controls a fragrance dispenser, supporting up to 3 different fragrances. And that's not all, because there's also this amplifying light mood option apparently in the car, which will adjust also to the scene or the setting of this fragrance in the car. Sounds very fancy. Now fortunately, if you are spending a lot of money on this car, there's also a little bit of choice, and that is the upholstery in the car. And there is some choice, but they aren't really that surprising, because it are basically the familiar upholstery options we also know from the standard EX90 SUV. Basically the tailored wool blend, which is very nice. I recently had that in a Volvo C40. I really enjoyed it, and there's also a video about it on this channel. But anyway, the other one is the Lynk&Co upholstery. That's a newly developed upholstery, first now featuring in the Volvo EX90, but I expect this will also be featured in the new next generation Volvo cars as well. Now to conclude, you also need a little bit of entertainment whilst you are like relaxing over there in the back. And fortunately, in the center console there is this 14.5-inch center screen next to the driver then. Yeah, I know, but it is over there. And that has 5G connectivity, and that is also based on the Android Automotive OS, which means you have the Google Play Store with all its functionality. So over there you can download Waze, for example. Don't do that, but also Netflix or YouTube and other new to come applications. Now, if you're a bit of a music freak like me, then there's also good news for you, because on board the Volvo EX90 EXCELLENCE, you can stream your favorite music and podcasts through the new Bowers & Wilkins Fidelity audio system with, for the first time, the Dolby Atmos. It offers an uncompromised 3D surround apparently, which will probably give a great sound experience. And the system is specifically tuned for the 4-seater EX90 EXCELLENCE. So it's not the standard copy-paste from the normal EX90, no, this is also specifically tweaked and tuned for the Excellence edition. So that's pretty cool. That's the Volvo EX90 Excellence in a nutshell. It sounds very fancy, cool, luxurious. And because of that, there's also a little note to place on this car, because Volvo will launch it first in China, where we kind of know that they like luxurious vehicles. So it's an obvious choice that the EX90 Excellence is going there first. But Volvo still needs to decide which other markets might get the EX90 Excellence. Maybe the USA will have this car as well. They also had the previous Excellence, so why not over there as well. Here in Europe we also had the second generation Excellence and the first generation Executive as well. But I kind of wonder if this car will make it to the Netherlands, perhaps on special requests or something like that. But yeah, perhaps you will see them in Europe, Germany, France, maybe. I don't know. That's still to be determined by Volvo Cars. So there we go, guys. That's the Volvo EX90 Excellence. It sounds very fancy, and if you want to see one on the channel here, perhaps make sure you support me by subscribing to the channel, allowing me to do more cool things in the future or in the near future. So please do so. What do you think of the EX90 Excellence? Does it add something to the lineup, you think, or is it just a waste of time and a bit of a China model, like the also coming soon Volvo Mini MPV or minivan or whatsoever? Let me know in the comments down below. I thank you as always for watching. I appreciate it big time. And of course, see you next week. Bye bye.